Hi, I'm Morrison here at the KC Cheeseworks. We're at Lakeside Speedway tonight in Kansas City, Kansas. We're here for the second annual Grant Young Memorial. We'll have a couple top classes of racing out right now. They're packing track. We'll have a fireworks show presented by Kenny Style and have USMTS with $10,002 to win and $1,002 to start with a sporting class of US RAB mods paying $2,222 to win and $222 to start. We'll have a good night of racing, and let's get to racing.
Will lead the field by the flag stand, the cars and stars of the Grant Junghan Memorial. Here we go, caution lights are out, we're ready to do it. 40 laps around the Lakeside Speedway. Let's see who gets this $10,002 paycheck. It'll be Kate Dillard to the 97. It'll be Travis Sauer, the 1S down the front straight away. We get set to get racing this time by Lakeside Speedway. It is now time. Here comes the Grant Junghan Memorial. It's showtime. Kate Dillard will take the lead from the inside of the front row in the 97 car. Dillard will lead in the back straight away. We'll see a couple of guys screaming around the top side. Nick Bittinger's one of them up there already. See how far they can advance through the field here. Dillard right to the middle of the Lakeside Speedway, and he will lead lap 1 in 97. Dillard in 97 down the back straight away. The 1S and Sauer. Myers in the wall for a second. Kurt Myers into the wall. Down the back straight away, Dillard down to the bottom of the speedway here in the 97. Sauer will roll around the top. Jason is solidly third. Jake O'Neill and Jason Crone to the top 5 right now. Crone trying to roll around the outside here in 7. Jason Crone went right to the middle. He went by Jake O'Neill. He's up to 4th, trying to bring Rodney Sanders with him in 20. Down the back straight away that time. It'll be Dillard in 97 again, right through the black, right through the middle. Sauer way up around the outside of the 1, and Jason Hughes looking around the bottom in 12. It'll continue to be Dillard, Sauer, Hughes, 1, 2. Jake O'Neill has gone back by Jason Crone. He sits 4th. Crone is 5th. 6th is Sanders. Stormy Scott 7th. Lucas Shot is 8th. 9th is the 20 RT, or was the 20 RT. Now it's the 16 of Austin Siebert and Thornton Jr. 10th at 20 RT. Kate Dillard driving away from the field here down the back straight away. Jason Hughes getting racy with Travis Sauer, and Hughes taking a look. Jason Hughes and Travis Sauer were side by side on the start-finish line this last time by. Into turn number 3, Hughes glued to the bottom of the racetrack. Sauer getting to the cushion. This racetrack beautiful right now as they're side by side for second. Kate Dillard continues late. Third with trouble. Ricky Thornton Jr. is off the pace. Oh, we saw the 20 RT slowed coming off of turn number 4, and Ricky Thornton has had a terrible night. Onto the infield goes last night's winner in the 20 RT. Kate Dillard down the front straight away. Sauer still holding on. His 4th is Jake O'Neill. 5th now is Rodney Sanders. Sanders has gone by Crone. Crone is 6th. Shot is 7th. Stormy Scott is 8th. Stormy now trying to roll around the outside. They're 3 wide down the back straight away. Here comes Stormy. Stormy Scott to the outside of the 7K and the 69. Both of them went by both of them. It'll continue to be the 97 of Dillard. Jason Hughes now 2nd and 12th. Hughes has rolled by down to the inside of Sauer, and he's taken 2nd. He'll set his sights on your leader, Dillard. It'll be Dillard, Hughes, Sauer, 1, 2, 3. Then it's O'Neill, Sanders. Scott is 6th. Stormy on the move. He started 10th. He is 6th now. Stormy Scott up to the 6th spot. 7th spot is Lucas Shot. 8th is Crone. 9th is Austin Siebert. We'll see his 10th this time by. I believe it'll Hughes, Sauer. Sanders just went by O'Neill. They're going it all. Rodney's up to fourth. Rodney Sanders is now fourth. Jake O'Neill is fifth. Stormy Scott and Lucas shot side by side on sixth and seventh. Eighth is Crone. Ninth is Siebert. 10th is Phillips. I tell you what, Nick Vinegar is up to 12th. He is roaring around the outside of the three-car. Johnny Scott and Terry Phillips in a good battle here. He started 18th, trying to crack the top 10 early in 3. Your race leader, Kate Dillard, in the wall on the front straightaway here in the 97. Back to green with 32 laps to go. Jason Hughes will take off into turn number 1. He'll go back to the lead. Rodney Sanders going to try to sneak by Travis Sauer to the runner-up spot here. Sauer will fight back. Stormy Scott has gone by Jake O'Neill into the top 4. Let's see what happens here as they shake out down the front straightaway. It'll be Hughes, your leader. Will Rodney Sanders be second at the line? And Sauer still side by side. Here comes Stormy. Stormy Scott again has gone to the 4th spot. He's going to make it a 3-car battle here for the 2nd spot here in a moment. Down the back straightaway, Lucas shot into the top 5. O'Neill is 6th. 7th is Crone. Here comes Crone. Jason Crone now taking a look down to the bottom of the racetrack in the 7K. He's looking to the inside of Jake O'Neill as Hughes drives away in 12th. So Jason Hughes continues to lead. Rodney Sanders has edged by Travis Sauer now. Sanders will take 2nd. Sauer back on the gas in 1. Travis Sauer and Rodney Sanders, a great side-by-side duel here for the runner-up spot here behind Jason Hughes, Stormy Scott, and now Lucas shot glued to the bottom. Here comes Cool Hand Luke. Lucas shot in 69 down to the bottom of the racetrack. He and Stormy Scott side-by-side again. Rodney Sanders will take that 2nd spot away. He will clear Sauer now down the back straightaway. He'll be able to set his sights on Hughes. 2 of the all-time winningest in USMTS history, run 1-2 right now. Jason Hughes, Rodney Sanders. And it's Travis Sauer. Lucas shot is cleared. Stormy shot to 4th. Stormy 5th and 2. 6th will be Jake O'Neill. 7th will be Austin Siebert. 8th is Crone. 9th is Johnny Scott. Vinegar and Terry Phillips continue to run side by side for a top 10 run here. Down the front straightaway, Rodney Sanders beginning to run down Hughes just a bit for the lead. Down the back straightaway continues to be Hughes in 12. Sanders drawing closer and closer and closer in the 20. Rodney digging deep down to the bottom in 20. 3rd spot still Sauer. 4th is Shot. 5th is Stormy. A great 3-car battle there. Down the front straightaway, Shot, Scott, and Sauer. 3, 4, 5 down the back straightaway. 6th is Siebert. Now Austin has gone by the 2T of O'Neill. He's 7th. Vinegar trying to get by Crone. Nick Vinegar now to 8th. Continue to run to the Extremes top side here at Lakeside Speedway into the top 8 after starting 18th. Rodney Sanders now taking a peek down to the inside of Jason Hughes for the race lead. Hughes continues to run right to the middle in 12. Rodney Sanders a half a groove lower, glued down to the bottom of the racetrack in 20. Let's see who leads this lap. They're side by side. Off turn number 4. It is almost a dead heat. Jason Hughes will continue to lead. Jason Hughes by .004 seconds was your leader. Sanders now going to try to take it away. Rodney Sanders to the bottom of the racetrack. Jason Hughes to the middle. Sanders with a better run this time. Into turn number 3. Rodney will lead at the line this time by in 20. It'll be Sanders. Jason Hughes coming back to the outside. Lucas shot is clear. Travis Sauer now to 3rd. Your defending race winner started 8th. He has cracked the top 3 now in 69. Lucas shot 3rd. Sauer trying to come back to the outside of him in the 1-car. They're side by side with the 3rd spot. Stormy Scott is still 5th. Austin Siebert is 6th. We're going to lose Kurt Myers in the 1M. Is night done. 6th is Siebert. 7th is O'Neill. 8th is Vinegar. 9th is Crone. And Johnny Scott still sits 10th in 1ST. Outside of the top 10, it's Vanderbeek, Phillips, Whitwell, Ramirez, Tim. Then it's Duvall, Gustin, Krapser, Junghan, and Dotson. That is Matt Dotson. Then it'll be Striegel, Carrick, Town, DeVelbus, Batter, Johnson. The 85 of Dotson were missing, so he's no longer there. Down the back straightaway, we are about to get into lap traffic here. The 20 of Sanders by about 2 car lengths here over Jason Hughes. Hughes has gone to the top now in 12. See if Jason can get some momentum built up way around the outside as Rodney trying to drive away as he sees the back of the field. He's going to have to negotiate the lap traffic here shortly. 22 laps have been scored, 20 to go in this 42-lap affair. So just past the halfway point, 20 to go. We'll come back to the line with 19 to go this time by. Rodney Sanders continues to be your race-long leader. Hughes within striking distance. Schott, Sauer, and Stormy Scott still a good 3-car battle for third. Austin Siebert up to 6th now in the 16, having a great night. Siebert is 6th, O'Neill is 7th, Bittinger still 8th, Johnny Scott and Jason Crone continue to round out the top 10. Rodney Sanders in lap traffic. He'll go by the 7J and put him a lap down. Shad Batter the next to the 173 in danger of going a lap down. Zane DeVelvis will be right in front of him. Rodney Sanders messing with lap traffic right to the middle of the speedway, and Jason Hughes has dropped to the bottom as well. He's going to try to sneak by. Going to try to go as quickly as Rodney does, so he has no lap cars between himself and your leader. Continuing to be Sanders, Hughes, Schott, Stormy Scott now has gone by Travis Sauer. Stormy rolling around the top side all of a sudden in the 2S car. Stormy Scott will make his way to the outside and see if he can steal third back away from Lucas Schott in lap traffic. Stormy Scott and Lucas Schott side by side with the third spot as they work through lap traffic. Rodney has gone by Zane DeVelvis. Sanders now with a few laps of breathing room here in the 20. Rodney Sanders in 20. Jason Hughes with some company. Lucas Schott to his back bumper. The 2 of Stormy Scott's out there as well. Good 3-car battle now for the runner-up spot. Meanwhile, Rodney Sanders is driving away up front in 20. Rodney Sanders has not run his modified a whole lot this year. A handful of starts in the mod as he's been focusing on the late model as much as he can. It'll continue to be Sanders, Hughes, Schott, Stormy Scott, and Travis Sauer still the top 5. Siebert still 6th. Bittinger now 7th. O'Neill, Johnny Scott, and Zach Vanderbeek working on Jason Crone. Lucas Schott now meanwhile at the front of the field. Schott taking a look to the inside of Hughes for 2nd. Jason Hughes holding him off for the time being here in 12. Lucas Schott's right there down to the bottom of the racetrack. We've completed 29, working on lap number 30 this time. Lucas Schott edging closer to the inside of the 12 of Hughes. He may have stolen 2nd. 30 laps in the books, 12 to go for Sanders in 20. Boy, Schott and Hughes, a great battle here for that runner-up spot. Down the front straight away. Lancetown will go down a lap here to Rodney Sanders in 20. Tim Carrick, the next driver. And a final driver on the lead lap right now. Sanders going to try to drive around him in 20. Carrick able to hold him off for now. Jason Hughes holding off Schott. Stormy Scott now going to go. Stormy Scott has gotten back up on the wheel in the 2-car. Now 3-car battle for the runner-up spot. Still a great one here off turn 2. Rodney Sanders continues to be your race leader here in the 20. Tim Carrick will go down a lap. We are working lap number 32 with just 10 to go. 10 laps away from 10 grand is Rodney Sanders here in 20. It's still Sanders, Hughes, Schott, Scott, Sauer. Outside of the top 5, it continues to be Siebert, Bittinger, Johnny Scott, Crone, and now Vanderbeek. Zach Vanderbeek has snuck by Jake O'Neill. Jake O'Neill's 11th. R.C. Whitwell's 12th. Ryan Gustin's 13th from 30th. Ramirez is 14th, and we'll see who sits 15th to the start-finish line, I believe. It'll be Terry Phillips, and it's Jake Tim, Joe DeVol, Corey Krapser, Matt Dotson, Chase Younghans, and Mike Striegel all on the lead lap. Lancetown is down a lap, as is Tim Carrick, as is Zane DeVelvis, and as is Shad Batter. Those are the cars remaining on the speed area with less than 10 to go. This thing's been clean and green for the majority of the A-main other than the Kate Dillard crash. As Sanders going to work trying to put Chase Younghans a lap down, and he will slide to the inside of him. We have just scored lap 35. Rodney Sanders without a yellow or a mechanical failure. Looks to be in pretty good shape here as Jason Hughes has got his hands full with Lucas Schott still off turn at number 4. Hughes continues to hold on a second. Schott right there now in 69. Lucas continued to try to drive a little bit lower. Tim Carrick's going to have enough. Onto the infield goes the 1K as we are coming up on just 5 to go here. Rodney Sanders will come by the start-finish line that time by with 5 to go. Lucas Schott and Jason Hughes continue to dogfight for the second spot. Lucas will take that spot at 69. Lucas Schott now to the runner-up spot. Of course, he's your defending race winner. He'd love a late race yellow and see if he'd have anything for your race leader Sanders with just 4 to go. Now Lucas Schott, Jason Hughes, Stormy Scott, and Travis Sauer still running in the top 5. Rodney Sanders is cruising. He's got several back markers right in front of him, though. He will have to deal with them here as we've got a little more than 3 laps to go for the Happy Texas Racer in 20. Rodney Sanders with 3 laps to go here in the Grant Junghan Memorial. Dotson, Duvall, and Kraft are the next 3 drivers right in front of your race leader Sanders in 20. Rodney Sanders around the bottom of the speedway in 20. 2 more trips around. 40 in the books and 2 to go. Rodney Sanders will put Dotson a lap down in the 88. Will going to work on Joe Duvall as he will be sent to see the white flag this time by. 1 more trip around the Lakeside Speedway. Rodney Sanders, 10 grand in his sights. Rodney Sanders right around the hub of the racetrack. Lucas Schott charging after him. Jason Hughes, Stormy Scott, and Travis Sauer still the top 5 down the back straightaway. Checkered flag will be out this time by into turn number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, your second annual Grant Junghan Memorial Champion, Rodney Sanders in 20. Lucas Schott will come home second. Jason Hughes, Stormy Scott, and Travis Sauer will be your top 5.